Well, a very, very warm welcome to you on what is, of course, a truly special day in this part of the world. It is Derby Day, a rivalry so deeply entrenched into the history of sport in this land. It divides opinions, it divides families, it divides just about anything that can be divided. The game itself lasts just 90 minutes, but its repercussions can be felt for months and years ahead. This is the gladiatorial arena that is the Stadio Olimpico, for so long the symbol of Rome's grand sporting history. Well, they call this a friendly, but the crowd clearly doesn't think so, and nor in actual fact do we.
Well, exhibition match sounds like an easy-ozy game of football, Peter, and a picture-perfect occasion until the word pride gets a mention. And it's likely to have quite a big say between teams that could easily be sucked into an excuse for another feud. Why let an exhibition match get in the way of that? So these two will be going at it very, very strongly.
So we're up and running. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Paul Pogba. He could be a real game changer for this team, Peter. He's got the strength to hold off defenders and the technical ability to pick out a killer pass. He can also shoot with great power and accuracy. He's a real midfield dynamo, actually, capable of winning a tackle in his own half and then charging downfield to make something happen at the other end. Box to box.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. And the finish! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Wijnaldum simply took an age to make his mind up, Peter, when urgency was the single requirement.
Cleared away. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Mohamed Salah! Wan-Bissaka. Manchester United playing high up the pitch here, very much taking the front foot approach. Chance! Wijnaldum. And it's Mane. And it's played forward. Maguire gets it away. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Salah. Mane. Jordan Henderson. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Back into the middle. Mohamed Salah. It's Salah!
I can't speak highly enough of the keeper after that save. Can't stop thinking about it. Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
He's gone for it! Goes for goal! Fabinho. Half an hour played now. Firmino pushes to get on the end of it. Wan-Bissaka. Looks to bypass the midfield. He's made sure that that won't get through. Fabinho goes looking. Needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Now the counter. He's got through. Rashford! Only partially clear. Mohamed Salah. And it's Firmino. Firmino is fouled. A really good feat. Wijnaldum. Jordan Henderson. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And that has been cleared. Nicely controlled. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Well, that's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
It's Rashford! And he nearly went all the way.
Rashford just might have got a little ahead of himself then. Maybe he had too much thinking time.
And we've reached half-time. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. So there was the first half.
A very entertaining half, Peter. The game's being played at a really good intensity. It's been open. It's been quite end-to-end, and I think the crowd are really immersing themselves into this. And I just hope we get more of the same in the second half. Something to look forward to.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, the first half didn't really produce the goals we'd have liked. Hopefully they've been saved for the second. For that to be the case, though, we'll need to see more energy and invention early on.
Henderson! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Substitution for Liverpool.
Liverpool have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Maguire attempts a clearance. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And it's Wijnaldum. He's hit! Has a hit! Martial. Oh, they can break here. Rashford. All the way back, and they start again. Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool do retain the ball, but are seemingly in no rush to break forward. Henderson tries to get it forward quickly. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Pogba. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Forward it goes. Back to the keeper and try something new. Keeper sends it forward. Jordan Henderson. Wijnaldum. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. There are a few waiting for it. Bay. Back to the keeper and go again. And here's Mane. And here's Thiago. And the shot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, the work rate to win the ball back was fantastic, and it set up the opportunity. That's great effort.
Manchester United can make their change now with a break in play. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Thiago. And it's Salah. Hoists it forward. Matic. Pogba. Pogba plays it forward. Salah. Jordan Henderson. That's good defending, very good defending.
Liverpool merit full marks for their attitude.
And Mane! And for a moment, time stood still. Greenwood gets it away. And it's Wijnaldum. He's had a go! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Pogba. Going through. Has a pop! Oh, good delivery. Almost a perfect outcome.
Manchester United can defend those situations better by stopping the crosser at source.
Ah, now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Maguire is there to heave it away. Jordan Henderson. Bruno Fernandes. He's found his man. Finds himself eased off the ball.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
And he's straight offside. De Gea sends that a long way. Fabinho. Jordan Henderson. Thiago. And it's Firmino. Loose ball, who's going to get that?
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Thiago. Thiago goes back to base. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, it looked 0-0 from a fair way out. Little craft or guile or penetration. Defence is largely untroubled. It's goalless. Well, how will we look back on that?
Wow, like so many of these games, that just flew by. There was great excitement in the match, and it kept everybody guessing which way it was going to turn. I think in the end, I doubt that there'll be much cause for complaint. Neither side deserved to lose for me.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.